Hello, students. How are you all? Hope you are safe at home. Student, today we will going to learn GK unit number 22 and our topic is useful objects. So now let's learn about our topic. So number first, leather. 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 So the natural surface of leather is similar to wood grain. Each has its own distinct and characteristic. So these unique features exude authenticity and accentuated the landscape of each individual hide. So here we can see a photograph of leather object. So here we can see a leather object. So leather is natural surface of a similar to wood grain and each has its own characteristic. So, leather is a durable and flexible material and coated by the turning of scribal animal. Rawhide and silk primarily cattle hide and its animal skin that has been processed to retain and its flexibility, toughness and waterproof nature. So it is animal skin that has been processed to retain its flexibility, toughness and waterproof nature. So it is a durable and flexible material and created via a turning of prescribable animals raw hide and skin, primarily cattle hide. So leather is product is made in animals hide and it's a waterproof and natural and also processed to retain its flexibility, toughness and waterproof nature. So types of leather. So here we can see different types of leather like a full grain. Here we can see a full grain types leather, top grain types leather. Here we can see a top grain leather. Then here corrected grain types leather and split. Here we see a split leather. So here we can find a different types of leather. So types of leather is we find a different types of leather. And now next plastic. Plastics. Plastics. So here we can see different types of plastics object. So a plastic is a substance which can be shaped or molded. So a plastic is a substance which can be shaped or molded and the raw material for a plastic is curd, oil and plastic are types of polymers. So, a plastic is a substance which can be shaped, and raw material for plastic is curd, oil, and plastic are types of polymers. So, plastic is a shaped module, and what is the plastic? So here we can see a photograph of plastic object. So what is a plastic? So a plastic material is usually a semi synthetic solid, and monomers of plastics are either natural or synthetic organic compounds. So, a plastic material is usually a semi synthetic solid, and monomers of plastics are either natural or synthetic organic and compounds. So, plastics are a semi synthetic solid. And plastic as a material of choice. So plastic are poor conductors. So here we can see a plastic objects, and plastic objects or plastics are a poor conductor or heat and electricity. That is why electrical wire have a plastic covering and handle, or straw drivers, screwdrivers are made of plastics. So, plastic are a poor conductors of heat and electricity. That is why electrical wire have a plastic covering and handle, or screwdrivers are made of plastic, and handle of screwdrivers are made of plastic. And as mentioned above, a handle of a flying pans are also made of plastic. So handle of flying pans are also made of plastic. So plastics are poor conductor of heat and electricity, and that's why a electric wire have a plastic covering, and handle of screwdrivers are made of a plastic. And also a handle of flying pans are made of a plastic. So plastic as a material of a choice and poor conductor. And plastic are light, strong, and durable. So plastic is a very light, durable, strong, and can be molded into a different shape and size. And plastic are generally cheaper than metals, and they are widely used in industries for making home articles. And plastic containers are used to store food materials. So plastic is a very light, durable, strong, and can be molded into the different shape and size. And plastic are generally cheaper than materials than metals. Plastic are generally cheaper than metals, and they are widely used in industry for making home articles. So, plastic containers are used to store food materials. So, children, you all are understand that plastic is strong, light, and durable, and we can mold it into a different shapes and size. So plastic containers are used to be store food materials. So plastic containers are useful for store materials. So, okay, now next wool. So, wool is a higher line of animals sheep, goats, and camel, etc. So, sheep's wool is used in a mass production. So, wool is used in a mass production, and wool is a textile fiber obtained from sheep. Wool is the textile fiber obtained from sheep, and natural wool is a protein fiber and formed in the skin of sheep. So, wool is an animal protein fiber. So, here we can see these sheep give us wool, and wool is a fiber derived from a fur of animal, and usually we mean sheep. When we talk about wool, but can also come from goats, lambs or rabbits, and wool has two qualities that distinct disguise from hair or fur, and it has scales which overlap like shingles or a roof, and it is a crimper in some places or the wool fiber have more than 20 bands per inch, and wool come in many different qualities. It can be heavily winter coats or fine used for shooting, and it can be scarcy or smooth. So, wool is a fiber we get from a sheep. And now rubber. So, rubber is made from a shape of a rubber trees. Here we can see a rubber tree, and rubber is used to make objects such as rubber bands, erasers, tires, gloves, and balloons. So, rubber is made from the shape of rubber trees, and rubber is used to make objects such as rubber bands, erasers, tires, gloves, and balloons. So here we can see rubber bands, eraser, balloons. These are the objects of a rubber, and this rubber is an elastic hydrocarbon and polymers which is milky, amusing, and in the shape of several varieties of plant, and produced from a milky liquid called latex, and it is also known as elastomer. So, rubber is produced from a milky liquid called latex, and it is also known as a elastomer. So, rubber object we see a rubber object is a eraser, rubber bands, balloons, and so many types of toys are also made with rubber, and we call it a elastomer. So now next types of rubber. So here we can see types of rubber. It's a hard. So it's a hard rubber. Then soft. Here we can see a soft rubber and foam. So it is a foam rubber. So here we can see three types of rubber. Okay, now next a rubber band. So, rubber is made using the shape or latex from a rubber trees, and it is used to make objects such as tires, horse, horses, boots, and balloons. So, here we can see objects of various object of rubber. It's a rubber band, tire, eraser, then rubber ball, horses, and the boots. So these all the things are object of a rubber band, uh, object of rubber, and it is made in or it's used with made in using a latex or a from a rubber trees. So childrens, you all are understand about rubber. So now we are going to learn a next slide, and it's a wood. So, what is wood? So, it's a organic, natural composite of cellulose fiber and a living structure combining and strength and flexibility. Contains water even when dried, making it's pliable. Weight for weight has the best engineering properties of any material. So excellent insulator compared to metal, plastic, and concrete. So wood is a natural composite of cellulose fiber. Wood properties. So, wood has not fixed properties. Even pieces from the same, there are a different. And we will study general properties of wood, those that influence in its application. So, wood has not fixed properties. Even pieces from the same trees are different, and we will study general properties of wood. So, classification of wood. So, it's a natural wood, natural wood, and engineered wood. So, this is a classification of wood. And which of these things are made of wood? Here we can see a different things and different objects. So, in which things are made of wood? So, yes, it's a table. So, table is made of wood. Then, yes, it's a pencil. So, pencils are also made of wood. Then, desk. So, desk is also made of wood. Then, ladder. Yes, ladder is also made of wood. And then, bookshelf. So, bookshelf is also made with wood. Very good. So, now next, iron. So, rusting. So, when iron is exposed to the air, a bright orange compound called a rust form on the surface, and it breaks down iron object. So, rusting requires water air to be present. So, iron. So, iron is the chemical elements with the symbol Fe and atomic number 26. And it is a metal in the first transition series. And like other group 8 elements, iron exists in a wide range of oxidation state, -2 2 plus 6, all through +2 and +3 are the most common. So iron is the chemical elements. And now cotton. So cotton is the soft, fluffy staple fiber that grown in a ball or protective capsule around the seeds and of cotton plants of the uh, genus Gospeum. The fiber is almost pure uh, cellulose, and under a natural conditions the cotton balls with a tend to increase the dispersion of the seeds, and the plant is shrub native to tropical and subtropical region around the world, and including the Americas, Africas, and India. The greatest diversity of wild cotton species is found in Mexico, and followed by Australia and Africa. Cotton was independently domesticated in old and new worlds. So, origin of cotton. So, it's a natural fiber found in seed pods of the cotton plant, and cover, convertinal and cotton is environmentally friendly. So, now gold and silver. So its a precious metal are rare and naturally occurring and metallic chemical elements of a high economic value, and the best known precious metal are the coin metals, which are gold and silver, and although both have industrial uses, and they are better known for their uses in art, jewelry, and coins. So gold and silver both are metals, and its value is best known as a precious metal. Now, clay. So, clay is made from earth, water, and fire, and clay is the different from mud since it has a plasticity, and this gives it the ability to hold together while it's being shaped. So, clay, what is it? So, it's a fine particles of diet which float in the stream or river, then sink to the bottom breaks off from rocks. So it's a clay. Here we can see a photograph of clay. So it's a river, valleys, and tends to have a lot of clay, and its particles of drites which float in the stream or river, then sink to be the bottom or breaks off from rocks. So how do you know it can be used for clay building? So if you can take a piece of clay, roll it into a coil, and bend it into a ring without a cracking and falling apart, chances are it will make a good pots and sculpture. So it's used now a glass. So, what is glass? So, glass is a state of matter, not a substance. Glass combines some properties of uh, crystals and some of liquids, but it is uh, distinctly different from both. Glass has a mechanical rigidity of crystals, but the random disordered arrangement of molecules that characterize liquid. So glass are usually formed by a melting crystallines and materials at a very high temperature. When the melt cools, the atoms are locked into a random state before they can form into the perfect crystal arrangement. So, types of glass. So, it's a flat glass, safety glass, accounting glass, colored glass, special glass, extra clear glass, acid enhanced glass, and fire rated glass. So these are types of glasses. Now brick and cement. So, bricks are a small rectangle blocks that can be used to form parts of buildings. Typically, their walls show the figure. And the cement is the building material for a building a brick, stone, or uh, uh, arranged and used for making mortar or a concrete. And cement a natural and artificial. Natural cement building a crushing of stone and lime, and artificial cements building at a high temperature and gypsum in added. So, both are used, brick and cement both are used in making home. Now next, jute. So, jute is a natural fiber, is the natural fiber with a golden and silky shine, and hence called the golden fiber. And it is the cheapest vegetables fiber produced from the bast or skin of the plant stem, and the second most important vegetable fiber after cotton in terms of uses global consumption and production and availability. So it has a high tensile and strength, a low extensibility, and ensure better breathe and ability of fiber. And its jute fiber is 100% biodegradable and recyclable, and thus environmentally friendly. So these are the jute product we can use in these types of bag, also our household things, and also here we can use in different types of jute. So childrens, you all are understand in this video. So now we are going to learn exercise on it, unit number 22, useful object. So childrens, you all are right with me. The objects in these pictures are made of different things. Can you tell what these are made of with the help of the list given below? So number first, table and chair. So table and chair is made of a wood. Yes, it's a made of wood. Now sweater. So sweater is made of wool. Yes. Next, number 3, jewelries. So jewelries are made of gold and silver. Yes. House. So house is made with brick and cement. So it's a, yes. What is this? Yes, tub. So it's a made of plastic. What is this object? Yes, it's a jute. Okay, now next, what is this? Which is this object? It's a clay. Now number 8, purse. So it's a leather object. These are, yes, these are the rubber. Okay, now number 10. Which objects is this? It's a glass. 11. Yes, it's a cotton. Okay, now 12. So it's a iron. Okay, children. So you all are enjoying. Hope you all are learn and enjoy this lecture. So students, I will see you next time. And also students, don't forget to wash your hand regularly. Eat healthy food and stay home and stay safe. Thank you students.